Hello everyone, Drax Fantastic here. Today we're going to play a game called Medieval Legacy, the kingdom building game. Your goal is to build your family and your land and maybe, just maybe, be king. I've had a chance to play this game a few hours and I think it's worth a look. The graphics are simple, the gameplay loop at first seems shallow, but as you progress through the game and gain more land and family, it gets a lot more complex. Let's jump in and take a look at Medieval Legacy. Funding for this video is provided by viewers like you. We're gonna start a new game, and at the beginning here, you've got some choices, most of which, if you've just started, like me, are locked. But there's a bunch of really cool options here as to how you start the game. We're gonna start as a farmer. We're gonna name the family, of course, the Drax family. We can choose the difficulty here. I'm gonna put it on easy for this playthrough. Map size medium, and we're gonna keep this tutorial off because Drax knows what he's doing, right? Right? A simple farmer just trying to make do, blessed with natural talent for all things farming. You know what? Nothing describes Drax more than that statement right there. Let's hit start. Okay, here we are. You can see me down there. My name's Jesper. Hi, Jesper. There's my little house. There I am. And we've got one piece of farm to go with. You can see up here, this thing's blinking like, hey, Drax, you should build another piece of land. And we could totally do that if we had 30 wood. We do have 2 fertilizer and 100 gold. So thank you for that game. On the left here, there's a bunch of informational stuff. And these are things you can click on to get such things as like, how many beans did we bring in this month? So some good information here. If we click this top thing, it always takes us home. So that's something to remember if you're somewhere on the other side of the map and you're like, where am I? How do I get home? Boom, there you go. The year at the top, we have happiness. This is like influence, and then of course money. If we click this little pull out, we can see our family. There I am. And if we click this little thing, it's going to tell us all about the Drax. There's a bunch of information here, but I think the one that matters the most is just like how much food. We can't starve. At the very bottom are the tabs you're going to do most of your work from, and that is inventory. This is what we have on hand. We've got some bread, a nice ring, some fertilizer, and if we click, it'll tell us what it is. And then we've got wheat seeds, grape seeds, and carrot seeds. And you can also break this down into food, medicine, materials, so if you wanted to look at specific things. These buttons up here will come in handy, especially as we get more and more stuff. To close the inventory, we can just click again. We can open the market. You're gonna visit the market every single day, and there's gonna be items you're gonna focus on buying and always buying. I think this process of the game at the beginning seems fun, but sometimes can be kind of tedious. And I'm not sure how to streamline this, but like, honestly, you have to visit this every day. And so if you see medical herbs, like we need to buy all of those, even if it bankrupts us, because they're the hardest things to get a hold of, especially in the early game. We'll close the market. We'll go to crafting here. In crafting, you can see over here, it says 0 of 2. So we can craft 2 items per day. And as we click through, it'll tell you if you have the items that you can craft. We don't have anything for the food. We can craft some medical herbs, and we will. So we'll craft 1. You'll see 1 of 2 now. I don't think there's anything else we can craft out of here. And then we'll close the crafting. The journal, this is where it keeps track of like everything that's happening. We'll also get quests here from different families. And then this is also like where the Wikipedia is for the game. So something to remember. All right, we'll hit next month. And you can see up there, it says, hey, we finished crafting the medicine. Jesper's working the beans. That's perfect. We need to find some more people. So we're going to send Jesper to town to try to find some love today. So if we come to the town here and we click on the tavern, you'll see find love. We're going to click there. We're going to click Jesper, and he's going to go this turn to try to find some love. We're also going to open the market again. We've got 56 bucks. There's more medicine herbs. Tempted to just keep buying those because when people get sick, if you don't have them, well, number 1, they can die. And number 2, they can slow their work. So, I don't know if I want to, maybe we'll just buy 3 this time. And then under crafting, I'm going to go back to medicine and I'm going to craft the medicine herbs again. We'll close that. We'll hit next month. Jasper's ongoing search for love has gone poorly. They were cruelly rejected by someone my happiness is down 5. Some misfortune, Jesper has been injured on the job. Treat them, see, here we go. already injured. I don't think we have bandages. We don't. So if we come to the market here, you have a new skill available. Sweet. We'll deal with that in 1 second. We don't have any bandages. There's no bandages for sale this month. So if we look at Jesper, he's just going to be injured for a little while. The skills at the top here is sort of the research tree, if you will. I mean, it's not sort of. It is the research tree. These are unlocked through doing. And it took me a little while to figure this part of the game out. Like, I didn't quite get it. But like, if you look at the very bottom, that's the most important part of this. And it says, you progressed materials 32 of 25. That allowed us to unlock this once we got a skill. Master quality craft worker. So we need one of those to be able to open this one up. I feel like that should be the lead on these, right? Like, because you're like, okay, so what does it give us? Great. But how do we unlock it? And how do we get to that unlock? So it took me a while to figure that out and understand it. But like, honestly, like if you want to research this or be able to open these skills, you need to look at what it needs to open it before you can even get there. Because then once you get that unlocked, then you have to get a skill point and then you can unlock it. So it's saying, hey, you've got this one. So we'll obviously do it. That then opens up 2 more saying, hey, to get this next unlock, we're going to need to own more land. That's pretty easy to do. And then this one, we need to get processed goods up to 30. So, okay, great. All right, we'll hit next month. All right, they want us, a salesman wants to sell us a charm. We only have 38 gold. I'm going to say don't purchase the charm. We'll look at the market again and see there's bandages for 21. This is going to bankrupt us. I think we'll go here. We'll buy one so we can get Jesper healed up. That'll be next turn though. We'll hit next month. All right, and then to heal him, we'll simply open this and open the inventory, and then we'll just bring this over. And he's healed. Hooray! Under the market, looking at the market again, there's so many medicine herbs. This is so good. Of course, we don't have any money. So we're going to go back here. We can actually click here. We can actually sell some of our beans for money. So if we get here, we can get 60 gold together, which is pretty nice. Let's go next month. Let's send Jesper again to try to find some love. Hopefully he'll get lucky this time. Come on, man. Roland from the Purville family offers you a small gift. Opinion +6. We'll take a small medicine and bread. Yes, please. It appears your pantry roof has a leak. Come on. All food expires in 3 months sooner. Perfect. No way to fix that either. So Jesper didn't find any love. Hey! All right, good. Ida, 24. Gains efficiency from each family member. It appears Jesper has found love. Yeah, join the family. All right, there's Ida, and you can see here it's saying, hey, Drax, let's take a look. We can see their pluses and minuses. Intelligence 4, willpower 13, dexterity. These numbers will go up as they continue to work. I think we're going to send her out to do some wood cutting. We need wood to do all sorts of things, so we'll say wood cutting. The journal's got a little star here, and these are quests that are offered. This is how you make money. This is how you gain fame. My advice to you is whenever you get one of these, do it. Always do the quests. Always. The first time I played, like I was like, I don't need to do that. And like I struggled really hard. And in my next playthrough, I did all the quests and I was owning it. All right, so let's click here. Hello, look at this guy's hair. Mission. There's not a lot of variety in the quests. And honestly, I actually just stopped reading them. I just said accept. And then I just sent whoever to do it and said confirm. Depending on how long, 1 to 3 months. So they'll either be gone 1 or 3 months. Like, I think the problem here is that Jesper was making our food, but we're going to be fine next month. Roland from Virtual Family has asked for assistance. One of their family members are gravely ill and will die without medicine. So if we give them one of our medicine, we'll get 32 plus 10 status. I think we'll do it. You can see there's another quest. We'll click here. Mission. Accept. We'll send Ida. We'll confirm. And now both of them are away. So that's excellent. I'm going to check the market. I got 64 gold. I think we'll buy both of those herbs. Let's go to crafting. Yes, we can craft while they're away. Let's craft another herb. I don't think on the food front we can do anything. All right, and then we'll click next month. Ida has completed their mission. Vault testing. 48 gold, 12 status, 20 opinions. So perfect. We got 90 gold now. We'll go to the market. Let's buy that herb. How are we doing on She's brought in 12 wood. We've got 2 rot. I'd like to buy a piece of land. So to buy the piece of land, we need 74 gold. We'll do that soon. And you can see it puts her right back out in the forest. She's chopping wood again. Jesper has completed their mission. Booby trapping. 1 barn cat. Hey, we got a barn cat. 66 gold. Status and opinion. All right, let's click here. We can now see the cat is in our inventory. And if we click here, Nature's Own Pest Control, they boost efficiency by 75%, but eats 3 hunger of the food per month. So we could equip it so we could give it to somebody. We can drag it into the slot. Or we can sell it for money, which is what Drax is going to do. Let's go to the market. That cat is going to buy us a piece of land, right? Let's buy both those herbal medicines. What seeds do we have? I'm going to probably plant these wheat seeds. So let's buy this piece of land. We now own that. It's 121. If we come up here to this little X, this is where we're allowed to build stuff. Right now, the only thing we can build is a plot of land. And if we click here, it's going to tell us, hey, Drax, you need 30 wood, 2 fertilizer, and 100 gold. We have everything we need but the wood. Maybe we'll get that next turn when Ada does some more wooding. You can see we've got 98 beans. I'm probably going to sell a bunch of those more just to raise money. And then I think we can actually do the new plot of land. So we can click there. Look at that. Nice. And then if we click on it, we can see we can replant crops. And then we can plant some wheat. And then you can go through the months as quickly as you want. You can just keep hitting next month until something happens. You struck something shiny while working on the farm. Turns out the raw minerals. This could lead somewhere. All right, we'll take the metal. A brawl broke out in the street while Ada was in town. A wise guy on the other side of the road started taking bets. There's betting. I'm not joking. Bet on a larger fight. Bet on the smaller fight. Leave. I don't have enough money to be betting. Now that it's winter, we can see that there are some crops that are in season. And if we click on it, we can see it says out of season. If we click here, just like any good farming game, right? We can have it so that when one is out of season, the other plot is in season. We can move the person back and forth. We're not quite that sophisticated yet, but we're getting there. All right. A young girl appears at your doorstep one day, sobbing and claiming to be the daughter of your long-lost brother. She says her parents have died. She wants to join the family. We're going to call her Mel. All right, we got another person just like that. She's age 6. Let's have her hunt. Let's come here to the market. We'll buy some of that. How's our food situation? 132 beans. Ah! Let's sell some of this for money. All right, now we're gonna have a hunter, so we're gonna get some meat. In the market, a scuffed kid covered in grease approaches Jesper, reciting a lyric. Try to appease his demands. Shoo him away. Yeah, I don't have 200 bucks, dude. See you later. The king has gone to war with a rivaling territory. Please, no thank you. A sketchy salesman in the market sells a strange elixir. It's said to cure any sickness regarding its severity. Oh. Yeah, I don't have enough money for that. What do I think? I'm made of money? Ida has cleared out their forest and they'll move on to the other forest. They got medical herbs out of there. So if we go to inventory now, we should see we've got some leather and some meat. We got 8 meat. So now if we come to crafting, and we go to food, and we go to meat, we should see raw meat. Cuts the meat process into a smoker. This savory snack fills a hefty for 4 hunger and lasts a lot longer. So as you get grain, as you get fruit, as you get meat, you can come in here and you can smoke them. And I highly recommend paying attention to that and doing it when you can. Looks like we got 3 missions. All right, mission, accept. I'm going to send, we can't send the 6-year-old, darn it. We'll send Ada on that one. We'll send Jesper on this one. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do the other one. A traveling salesman is offered an interesting opportunity for a measly 80 gold. He'll double your investment and return with your money. I don't think so. Oh my gosh, it's too good. Sweet, Jesper's returned. He got a hunting dog. Continue. She's back as well. Big money. We're up to 269. The hunting dog is kind of cool, I think. Man's best friend and perfect hunting buddy. They boast efficiency by 75%. Can we give this to Mel? We can! And then Mel's still hurt, but we don't have anything we can buy to make more bandages, which stinks. Ida's pregnant! Yes. You can have kids, and it is a whole process, and it's amazing. Happiness +5. A traveling musician knocks offering a private show in exchange for some gold. Happiness will go up by 10 if we give them... They only want $10? Heck yeah. So you can see the wheat field is up now. I'm actually going to pull Ida out and move her to the crop. And now we'll get some wheat coming in the door. We can make some bread. So now you'll see we've got some wheat in the door. Wheat. Which means we should be able to come in here to food and craft bread. Huh? That's exciting. Oh, there's bandages. We're going to buy... Jesus, they're $50 a piece. We're going to buy 2 of them and bankrupt ourselves. Ouch. Hey, there's clouds rolling in. And now we'll come here and heal Mel, hopefully. If we go into skills here, we can see construct farmland. You can build orchards, pastures, and employ plots of land. I want to be able to get sheep and pigs and stuff because that will allow us, especially on the sheep front, will allow us to get wool, and then we can make bandages. So we can make bandages to heal people. We can also sell them for money. And so we need to own 3 of 5 pieces of land. And if we look here, we could probably buy another piece of land. That's going to take some money away. We could sell some of the leather we have. We could probably sell it all for money, so we can go there. And if we look at what else we can sell, we've got some metal. I'm going to sell that so we can buy some land. And we got 31 wheat. I'll probably sell a little bit more of this. And then let's come to crafting and make more of this. And let's hit next month. All right, I think we probably have enough to buy 1 more piece of land. Hey, all right. You have a skill available. So we'll come here to skills, and now you can see we can do construct this. Boom. This opens up all sorts of things. Mines, crop rotation, deforestation. And now if we click here, we can see, look, we can build apple orchards, pear orchards, and we can put pastures in. So we sold all the metal, Drax. We need metal and gold, and so that's easy. We can get there. We'll get there. The king has died, and his heir has taken over. Wow, I've never seen that one before. King Gamel I, the explorer, has died, and hail Gamel II, the kind. Now you can see here Ida's blinking because the crop is out of season. If we click, we might be able to come in here and replant crops. And we can plant grapes, which can grow here now in the winter. So that'll keep her busy. Hey, Jasper has completed their mission. They're back with a love flower, medicine herbs, 1 raw meat, 1 master quality woodwork. Wow, 1 massive antlers. Holy shit. Well done, dude. And we got a leaky roof. We got another skill. I'm gonna do craftsman. Oh, we've got enough to do both? Get out of here. That's awesome. Cool. So as the food rots, we can then we can craft fertilizer out of that rotted food. So as more food rots, so we need to get a bunch of food to rot to make more fertilizer. Or of course, if it's for sale, which it is, we can buy it for totally expensive prices at the market. I'm gonna buy one of these 2. I'm gonna buy this bandage too, just to have it on hand. Ida just gave birth to Robert. Hello, Robert. All right, now you can see we've got a baby down here. Yeah, unfortunately, we've got to wait for Robert to grow up to a certain age before we can go out and send them. So this is the future. Robert is the future. Another hunter contests Mel and her archery skills. Accept the challenge. If we win, we get 59 gold. What happens? Beat the other hunter. Ha ha! All right, well done. Wait, they have a bow? Mel was attacked by a bear in the woods. No! Oh my god, there's a bear in every game, Drax. I think we've got... Yeah, we should be able to heal them. Perfect. This is why you've just got it, like, as you see bandages and stuff, buy them. All right, we got 124 gold. We have a couple pieces of land. How much is it to build this? We can actually do this? Hey, now we just need some animals to put in that pasture. We go to the market. There's pigs. We could buy a couple pigs. A typical farm hog can be butchered for a hefty amount of meat and a bit of hide. I don't want pigs though. I want sheep, so I'm gonna wait. Sheep! All right, let's buy some sheep. Let's buy all 3. And if we come here, we can change animal and we can put all the sheep on there. We need some oats, which I was trying to grow. We'll get that going here in a minute. Let's move her here so she can start growing those. I'm guessing if we look here now, we can see, we haven't looked at this in a while, but you can see we brought in 6 hide, a bunch of wood, some medical herbs, 15 oats. That's great. Let's take Jesper and put him in the field. He'll start now bringing in even more sheep. And if we look at our inventory, we can see we've got 2 sheep. We lost 1, but now that he's there herding, we should start getting a lot more sheep in. And then we can sell them, we can butcher them, and we can get the wool from them. It's such a huge thing. The game is called Medieval Legacy. I think I've given you a pretty good idea of the game loop and what the game is about. The goal of the game, of course, is to continue to grow your piece of land so that you can continue to get influence from doing missions from the other families. The overall goal is to try to become king, which I've never made it that far, but I'm on my way. I'm on my way. One of the many things I really enjoy about the game is the replayability and the randomness. Anything can happen. You can lose land, people can get sick, there's wars, you can fight. If you enjoy kingdom building, medieval, and storytelling, I think you should definitely check this game out. Go add it to your wish list. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon. The video's over. Now it's time for you to do your part. Follow, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.